We were just lucky to win it, honestly, my honest opinion. We were just fortunate, but what Amorim did, I don't like it. This would have been a score of 5-6 against Chelsea. You understand? Because guess what? The coach of Chelsea, Maresca, already have got like frightened or was like afraid of the match from the moment of the red card. I keep saying out people, this is the Premier League. It's not over for United. Okay, I want us all to get that clear. It's not over for United. Because we get problem with the coach and of course the system. We were just lucky to win it, honestly, my honest opinion. We were just fortunate, but what Amorim did, I don't like it. I don't think it's right. You have only one number 9 in Sesko. First 45 minutes, you are leading, and you know you need goals to put you up right at the table and contend with others. Then you go and remove. You play with false 9 at the end of the day. It causes a lot of struggle. So it's just a lucky part of us that we got a 3 point. But my honest opinion, I don't think it's what we played, especially in the second half of play.
Yeah, but you know this is a big match, right? And Chelsea is a big team.
Yes.
So do you think now going down 9 men, 10 men, then it's an advantage to United despite their formation or the coaches in general?
It's an advantage. That is why you should have retained. In the days of Ferguson, the number 9 constantly played. This would have been a score of 5-6 against Chelsea. You understand? Because guess what? The coach of Chelsea, Maresca, already have got like frightened or was like afraid of the match from the moment of the red card. Taking out Palmer.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking out Palmer, taking out Neto was like, oh, it tells you exactly that I've lost it as a coach.
Yeah, that midfield was really open.
Exactly. So that gives you the edge and the advantage to just score more goals. But what he did was like, okay, let me play like Chelsea. That is what exactly the coach did, to play like Chelsea. So at the end of the day, for me, it's just like we are lucky. This is, Beckham once says several years back, in football, there are times you need some amount of good luck. So for today, we are lucky. But I don't think the second half performance is much impressive to me.
Okay, so let's talk on the formation of Ruben Amorim. Now, later, during the press conference, he said he will not change his philosophy because of the performance you've seen. So he wants result. You don't think you should continue this or you should not continue?
The Premier League is not like the Portuguese league. The Premier League is fast. It has more physicality. It has a lot of technical things that you need to put in place. Playing with 3 defense at the back, or for instance, turning the likes of Ahmad to a defender is something he has to. It has to cost him his job. I'm telling you this from all realities. That has to cost him his job, because you can't turn the likes of Ahmad and Mbumo to defenders when they are very good in the up front, scoring goals and creating chances. So for me, he has to. That is something he has said. Okay, I saw the press release or the statement says I cannot change my philosophy or my policies, even like for the Pope. No, this is the Premier League. He has to change it, or it cost him his job. Trust me.
So but we see against Manchester City, right? Casemiro was not in the midfield, but today I think he got a red card. Also make it for Chelsea to capitalize on that. Now, for the case of the manager, let's say, don't you think it's a bounce back for Manchester City loss?
Well, of course, yeah, by the result, not by the performance.
So not by the performance.
Yeah, by the result. Yeah, by the result, it's a bounce back because we needed it. It's a 3 point that was like, it's a valuable one. It's a gem. Okay. But it's not in terms of performance.
So Bruno Fernandes, right? Do you think Bruno Fernandes is a man of the match today because you see how he was performing today?
Well, honestly, if you ask me, I would say yes, he deserves it. Because he's a man that rubs out his socks for this team and he's always doing well. So he deserves to be man of the match. Because he was all around the field. You can see his performance. In fact, for him to be taken out in the 9 minutes of the game, I don't think it makes any sense. It's just that like the coach have lost it. He doesn't know what to do and he wants to give time or little time to Mino. That is why he took off Bruno, but he deserves to be man of the match for this particular match. Okay,
so you talk on the performance, really. Now for the next match coming, do you think Manchester United should use the same performance? Let's say for the first 10 minutes, you see how he was pressing Chelsea. So should they use that for Brentford or for the next 2 matches to come?
Of course, the first 15 minutes is the United performance we want to see. Anything below that?
Yeah, I think some of our colleagues were even saying that I think from last season they have not seen short performance
at all. I only saw that this season, like against Arsenal, That was very impressive, and that is what they did the first 15-20 minutes of today's match. You understand? So if they continue with that, I assure you, we'll keep climbing up the ladder. You know, I keep saying to people, this is the Premier League. It's not over for United. Okay, I want us all to get that clear. It's not over for United. We can still keep gathering those 3 points, especially that we have the rest midweek when others are playing Champions League. We are resting, so it's very much advantageous on our part. If we keep taking these 3 points, it will be good. But I'm telling you, if they can perform like they did the first 15 minutes against Brentford, we're gonna have 3 points against them. Brentford is a very good team. With all due respect,
Yeah, very, very, very good.
very good team. Even though they sold out,
And it's an away match.
yes, of course, we are going away, and that is what is always our problem. Playing away is always a problem for United. All right, but I believe this performance they put up in the first 15-20 minutes, if they can do the same against Brentford, we'll get a 3 point.
So, but what's your expectation for United at least the first half of the season? Are you going to be the top four or half the table?
Honestly, I can see us in the top four. Yeah, top four. I can see that.
So, but you was cancelling the performance. So are you having faith also?
Yes, of course. I told you earlier that it's not over for us. The performances are like in the pond and out of the pond. You can see them today. Just that the inconsistency is our problem. You know, look, for instance, look at what happened with Luke Shaw against City. It was like, oh, this is an average player. But look at him today. He was a top notch in his role. All right. So I can clearly say I still have faith in my team. I still believe we can do well, and that it depends on the coach. You know, yeah, it depends on the coaching system and the tactics he keep using. And to be very honest, the last part of the season, if he fails to change that three defense, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a crisis for us. It's gonna be a crisis for us.
Thanks for watching. Right here, watch one of our videos.